let's study some things together on this chart because this month it's been crazy, can't even lie. This one has been crazy. I can't even lie. This one has been. If you can't, the market is just it's unpredictable, yeah. But so far, I think I've been nailing gold on the head for a while now. I just think maybe I should ignore a lot of currency pairs. Yes, cause gold has been stable. Gold has been really stable for a while now. Though may have been easy, it has been, it's not like more stable. It has been following structure a lot. More like not like the rest of this. They have not been following. They've not been following the market structure. But let me show you what I'm trying. Let me share. I don't know if you guys can see my screen here, right? Let me share my screen. Okay. Yeah, so you guys can be able to see my screen now. Yeah, right? Good. Okay. So last class I told you guys of gold sale. I don't know if you guys remember. If you were on the live last time, I talked about gold sales, and exactly where I talked about the sale from, it happened. So that's why I told you guys I've been really look at it here. So when Harvey even called that sale, I was kind of full on, but it didn't happen immediately that day. It was until yesterday before it started dropping. Though I think it's going to drop more, which is what we are here to do. We have to catch that sale. That's why you see this my setup. Yeah, we have to catch that sale back towards this area. So we're around there. So so I think it's going to retest more, but I don't want to enter the sell before CPI because of liquidity purposes. So market don't just liquidate us and eventually drop. But it's going to pay me if it just drops directly from here. So, but let's see if that can happen. That's what I'm here to determine, whether we can enter before the CPI or we can wait till after the CPI before we enter the sales. Because right now this guy is still going to drop to this area 4.8. Remember I told you guys till around 4.8. We should expect that sell till around 4.8. I hope everybody can hear me, both the ones on YouTube and everywhere. I hope everybody can hear me. Also on YouTube and so we're expecting that sales back to this. We're expecting that sale back to 4.8 on gold. So the reason why is this place that gold rejected from, sold from, is kind of like a daily fair value gap. See, I mean, on gold, fair value gap has been really working a lot on gold. So which I should have there. I didn't go back to the daily, so we should have. So on the daily candles, when I saw that, as soon as this thing closed inside, I should have re-entered the sell on this candle. But anyway, we can still catch the entry because I remember I told you guys to wait for it to close, for it to break below this line and close below it. So which it eventually did. It closed below that line. So now it's creating kind of like a retest, which I'm seeing the retest, but I want to see if it can push back up to this particular line, this particular high, this resistance, before either that or at 5k. Either it push back here or it gets to 5k exactly. But I don't think it will get to 5k exactly at 5k then drop. So this is what please mute. This is what I'm seeing. Something like this, then drop. So that's what I'm seeing. Or what can happen, but I doubt if it's going to come back here. I doubt it's going to come back here. But the only reason why I see it's going to come back there is because of this fair value gap we have here, which is another reason why I don't want to take the sell from here. It's kind of like a fair value gap on this area. So we might see it push back up to fill it, then drop. Because one thing I've realized is that price always, when this fair value gap, price always tends to mitigate those fair value gap. Fair value gap are like magnets. They kind of like, draw price to itself. So That's it on personally on gold. And I have a setup on BTC, which I've always shared with you guys. I'm still expecting BTC to dump more to 62, around 63k exactly to be precise. But it's inside this area. There's an other block and also a minor fair value gap here. So this other block, I'm expecting it to dump back to this other block, BTC, before we can start taking buys. This one is a very simple, predictable trade. Anybody can see this. You understand? So I think it might dump back to this area. Then we'll see some buys back up to, we might start seeing some buys back up to 70k. So that's what I'm expecting on BTC personally. You understand? So we might see it drop to this other block then buy. So I have this is where I have like an alert set on BTC. So I'm looking to take a buy on this guy from this area. So then let me explain yesterday's trade, CAD-JPY, which I called that I lost on CAD-JPY. So I kind of saw this double top here, but the overall trend was bullish, which I was expecting it to just follow yesterday. Then also what gave me more confidence was the lower time frame, which I thought this guy was just going to play out. Because if you look at it on the higher time frame, you see that before this, let me show you something. Before this sells, you will see that it was giving like an inverse head and shoulder kind of thing. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was giving like an inverse head and shoulder kind of thing. So that's what personally my first entry confluence. Then secondly, there was a doji. So when I saw this doji, I thought, okay, this buy was definitely ready. You understand? So definitely ready for us to get in. Then I saw kind of like a higher high. Everything was just making sense. In fact, the thing was just giving buy entry, only for me to get liquidated on these guys. So that's what I'm saying about currency pairs. They are very uncertain at this point. So I'm not even going to waste my energy because the loss was this loss was, instead of the loss I've taken this year, this was one that paid me pounds this year's deal. Though I knew it was a low probability, but I still expected it to not sell and take us out. I still expected it to push up, not sell immediately. So the loss, this one was a loss yesterday, CAD-JPY. Then I don't know, there's no other trade I'm looking out for. In fact, currency pairs has not really been the thing, to be honest. Anybody that is trading currency pair these days, you see a lot of people are just making money from gold or NAS or US30 or BTC, but you see currency pairs that have just, because there's a lot of uncertainty going on around the world. You don't even know, like you can just wake up and see one bullshit on the news. That's just the thing. You can just wake up and see anybody can just, a president can just, Trump can just say something, can just declare, what is it called, tariff on any country, and the war going on, USA and Iran, and everything is just crazy. So most of these currency pairs are easily affected. So that's what we've not seen. There's no really swing trading. And you know me, I'm more of swing trading. Swing trading has not been easy here because you can't really determine where the trend is going, whether this is going to be an uptrend or price is starting to become a downtrend. Do you understand? What do I expect from gold? Easy now. So the sales, more sales of gold. This gold is just full up. If you've been following the live since last week, you know that, especially the last one on NFP, where I predicted the sale from here, which happened, and I told you guys that, in fact, if some of you were paying attention to the NFP, you probably would have made money already from this sale. You probably would have made a lot of money. Please mute. You probably would have made a lot of money on this sale. On this sale. You get a lot of you that probably made a lot of money on this sale if you were paying attention, because I said it personally that gold is going to sell from here. And what happened? It sold. Now I said again, if it closes below this line, you all should expect a retracement, which eventually happened. And now it's dropping from where I told you guys retracement is going to take place from. So gold has always been a sell for me right from time, right? So I'm still looking at the sell back to 4.8. But now is the entry point. That's the thing right now, the entry point. Yes, I see a resistance here, and I see it selling from here, but also we still have an imbalance on this angle. We still have an imbalance on this angle to fill. And one thing about imbalances, they're like magnets. So I don't want us to enter before the news, then we get liquidated, but then eventually sell. So it's better to miss a trade than to just jump on it. You understand? So, but me, I'm still looking at majorly sales on gold. So either, like I said, you're going to sell from this high, or you likely sell from here. That's just the two things here. Either you sell from this high, or you sell from here. But for BTC, I still think BTC2 is going to dump. Yeah, I still think BTC is going to dump. But right now, I'm not looking at sales on BTC. I'm looking at this place at 63K. This is where I have my eyes for buys on Bitcoin, 63K. I'm not looking at sales. But for gold, I know it's going to sell first, then buy. So the buy is going to sell today, then buy later. It will eventually dump to around, it will continue the sell today to around 4.8. You know how gold does. They start buying at night, on Friday night. You start. Then on Monday morning, open up with spike. So that's just what's going to happen. So just play. You just have to be calm. Either way, you can easily make money with what I've just explained. So you can just easily, either you wait to catch the sell, or you wait later tonight, probably around 9 or 10, look for entry for buys, then you jump on the buys, just free money. You start. That's if that sell has got into this area. If that sell has gotten here, I'm definitely going to be entering buys later tonight on gold, and just hold it till Monday. So that's it on gold. Then I don't have any others. Then I have something on GBP/USD, but I don't want to make the same mistake I made on CAD JPY. I made a lot of mistakes this recently. I think I've been trading from pressure, because I shouldn't have taken this buy. I would have, if others are taking the buy, you can see this line here, and I marked it. I should have waited for a complete break of structure above that place to cement this, like to validate this zone as a pure buy zone. I should have waited for a complete break of structure. You start for price to give a break of structure on CAD JPY, close above that line, then it will now validate this zone for buys, CAD JPY. So that's it. But regardless, it's just something I learned from. Then gold, somebody said it might still go up. Yes, I think it might still 100%. I feel, like I said, I still feel it's going to go up. But what I know is this guy is still going to dump to 4.8. Whether he does that dump today is what I don't know. But I know it's going to dump. So it's still going to sell to around this 4.8 level. You understand? So whether he does that today, I don't know. But for sales, I'm very sure of that sell. As long as he respected this daily zone and gave that, you can see the way yesterday closed, and gave that dump from that fair value gap, then yes, this guy is still going to dump more. He's still going to dump probably to around 4.8. You understand? So it's going to dump more to around 4.8. But is he going to push up? Yes, I have that in mind, so that this guy is going to push up 100%. I think he's going to buy 100% before the sell. So it's that buy before the sell I'm trying to avoid. You understand? I don't want to go with the buy, by the way, which to be honest, the buy might happen, because if you look at it, I don't want to go with the buy. 2 reasons. I missed the entry for the buy. If I wanted to have gone with the buys, if you look at it's respecting this other block here on the lower time frame, you could see it's respecting that other block. The liquidity has been taken out for the other block. It has taken out this as liquidity. So now, as it's respecting it, definitely it's likely to give a higher high to buy. You understand? So yes, is it going to go up? Yes, I think it's going to go up. Well, for that sell, yes, the sell is still going to happen. This guy is still going to dump. You understand? But I don't want to go with the buys yet. Because if you take buy or sell on gold now, you're going to make money, because gold, any small move, you see like 200 pips, 300 pips on it. So are you going to make money if you take a buy or you take a sell? 100% yes. Do you understand? So just depend on your entry. You get. So is it going to go up? Yes, I think it's going to go up because, like I said, there's a fair value gap here that I think this guy has to fill. You understand? But it's more of a sell structure. If you look at it from the 2 hours, 1 hour, this guy is more of a sell structure than a buy. It's more of a sell than a buy. You understand? More of a sell structure than a buy. Except it doesn't want to come and fill. There's a slight favor. There's a fair value gap that has another block here, except it doesn't want to come back here to fill it. Except it's not going to come back to this 4-8 area, this 4-7-4-8 area to fill it. Except it's not going to come back there to fill it. You understand? Because right now, where it's also rejected from, I'm just even seeing this, it's also rejected from a fair value gap area. You can see this. So, but I still think it's going to dump to fill up this guy before eventually buy. Because this fair value gap has another block. You understand? So this is more likely where it's going to dump to than. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. So we are live trading today together. Here we are going to take trades together. If I see a good confluence, it's been long. I did a live trading session. I think that was probably the last one I did was last year where I traded live. So we're likely going to do another one now live. Let's do it live on YouTube. Now, I'm not entering a trade now. I don't want to get liquidated. I'm going to wait for the news to play out. Let me give you guys a trick. The best time to trade is always after the news. Trick, free food for thought after the news. The best time to always trade is 30 minutes after the news, 100%. Ask any professional trader with experience will tell you. The best time to trade is always like 30 minutes after the news. You get a good entry. And even if you miss the trade, it's better you miss the trade. But the best time to get a good trade is 30 minutes after the news. Hope you guys can still hear me. Yeah, we're good. Okay, good. So, let's see. The news is going to be out in like 3 minutes. Let me even see what the news is saying, to be honest. I've not really... Hold up. I've not really... Let's see what the news is going to say. So CPI, it's been long I read news. CPI, oh, not today. Hold on, guys. Yeah, the expected figure should be seen as positive bullish for the USD, while a lower than expected figure should be seen as negative. So this figure is giving hold on. Yeah, the news is out, guys. Oh, so you see that push? So I'm telling you. Let's see if it doesn't close above that 5K. We might likely sell good. Might likely sell good. But let's see. So, like I said, the best time to trade is always 30 minutes after the news. That's what I'm saying. Now it's breaking. It's failing to break above 5K. Oh my God. If you guys can hear me, we might go in on gold sales now. I don't know why my PC is hanging.